Hi, I'm Diane Conklin with CompleteMarketingSystems.com. I want to talk to you for just a few minutes today about something people ask us a lot about, which is message to market match. Now, what exactly does that mean? Well, I want to show you in a visual way here in just a minute, but we really have to think about as marketers, as small business people, what we're saying, who we're saying it to, and how we're saying it, or how we're delivering the message. And so there's what I have come to know, and this is not mine, this is not an original me. I wish I could claim it because I think it's a great visual, but it's what I've come to know as the marketing triangle is what I call it. I don't know that that's a technical term, and I'm certainly not an artist, so as I put this up here and show this to you, I hope you don't discredit me for my lack of artistic ability and my lack of the ability to probably even draw a triangle the way that it should be. So this is what I want to show you just graphically here, a little visual on so that's a triangle, or at least that's a Diane triangle, okay? So I call this the marketing triangle. And here's the way it really looks. So you have message, market, and over here we're going to put media. Now, these really should be arrows on the end of each one of these. And so that I can't even draw an arrow, let alone a triangle, right? So these arrows should be going both directions. Now, here's the key to this. So let's talk about your message, and I could spend an hour talking about just this triangle. But your message, or what you're talking about, has to match your market. Now, this seems pretty obvious, but it's very interesting as you look at how people market and what things do. Sometimes I get things in the mail and I'm like, why did they send this to me? I'll give you an example. I grew up on a farm, but I'm not really a gardener. Gail loves to garden, and Gail loves to play in the dirt and do all those things. I occasionally, actually twice or three times a year, I get this gardening magazine. Well, apparently, whoever's sending me that, the magazine owner or publisher, hasn't done any research to see, do I get other gardening magazines? Because typically, if I were to garden, I would get more than one thing. Do I get any gardening magazines? What are my buying habits? Have I ever bought a gardening product? You know, those kinds of things. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about message to market match. What's your message? What are you talking about? And does it match the market? So we could use some really non-obvious ones, like, you know, would you send pet information, pet grooming information to a list of plumbers? Now, some people might say, well, yeah, Diane, maybe some of those plumbers have a dog that needs to be groomed. Maybe they do. But if we could go get a list of people who subscribe in our local area to a poodle publication, we know poodles have to be groomed, or whatever other breeds have to be groomed, as the business owner of the grooming shop, that would be a lot better, because I know at least all of those people have a dog, not only a dog, but a dog that needs grooming. Whereas a plumber, he may or may not have a dog. And so that's what we're really talking about with message to market match. Now we have media. Well, what in the world does that mean, Diane? The media. Well, what we find typically is that how people buy is how people buy. I know it's profound, right? But the media that your clients use to buy with you, or your prospects come to you, is typically how they're going to continue to buy. So if you get a client via direct mail, you want to send them more direct mail. If you get a client offline through pay-per-click or some of the other things that you utilize online, then you know that that person will probably buy from you again via online marketing methods. If you get a client from speaking on the platform, that's an ideal client for you to invite to your own events, because that's how they prefer to learn, and many times how they buy things. So that was just a really quick explanation of a concept that it's not really complicated, but when you think about that, I want you to think about, what message are you sending out? Are you sending it to the right and most segmented and focused market so that when the market gets your message, do they say, she's talking to me, or wow, I've been looking for this, or this is for me? That's the market message to market match. And then how are you talking to them? Are you talking to them in a way in which they want to be talked to, communicated with, and the way they want to buy is really, really the key question. So that is the marketing triangle. And if you're a small business owner or somebody who's using marketing, which should be pretty much everybody who has a small business or is an entrepreneur, this alone, if you think about those three things and how they relate to one another, can change the face of your business and how you're doing business. I'm Diane Conklin from CompleteMarketingSystems.com. If you'd like more information like this, I would love for you to go to this website. We have a great free CD we'd love to give you. Yeah, I'm Diane Conklin, and it's CompleteMarketingSystems.com. I hope you have a great day. Take care.